Poor Bob. He was so young.
Poor Bob. He was so young.
We're all going to miss him. I'm Tim Smith, Bob's accountant.
Ray Pritzker. Bob was on his way to an appointment with me when he
was so young.
He was so young.
Did a good job on the lips. But my cheeks never looked like that.
He was a terrific salesman.
They must be talking about me. I could sell ice cubes to Eskimos.
He could sell ice cubes to Eskimos.
See? Say something nice about me, Tim.
He was one of the most generous people I've ever met.
See? I was generous too.
He threw his money around like a drunken sailor.
Drunken sailor.
The Bible says to give, but
I know what you mean. I personally received several gifts from Bob on the 18th green. I tell ya, between the bets he lost, and the impulse purchases he made in the pro shop, he rarely left the golf course with money in his pocket.
It was all luck. I was bound to win one of these days with my gorgeous gold swing. Tell him about my gorgeous swing golf, Ray.
That's Bob. I tried to remind him that the Bible says to plan your giving and your spending, but he never.
A picture book swing. I wrote a budget once.
I take that back. He did write a budget once.
See? Tell him about my picture book swing, Ray.
But after ignoring his budget for 2 weeks, he was so overspent that he threw the budget in the wastebasket.
Who needs a budget anyway? With a beautiful golf swing. Why didn't I ever turn pro?
He had a terrible hook off the tee. And he couldn't sink a 6-foot putt to save his life.
Okay, so maybe golf isn't my game. Tell Ray about my 50-foot sloop, Tim.
Did Bob ever tell you about his money-sucking sailing boat?
It was an America's Cup contender.
You know, the Bible says to record all your expenses. If Bob had just recorded his expenses for the boat alone, he'd have had much better control of his money.
I'd have sure given Dennis Connors a run for his money.
It wiped out his savings account. Linda and the boys will have to move into a small apartment because there was nothing left to pay taxes and legal fees.
The Mozzies wouldn't stand a chance with that boat.
Gee, I never heard him mention a sailboat before.
Cast off the bowline. Cast off the stern line.
Probably because he ran it aground twice.
Let's talk about my new car.
Hun. That sounds like the Bob I knew.
It's a BMW.
Bob really enjoyed his money. Just like the Bible says he should.
733 CSI.
You read the Bible too?
Best Beamer on the road.
Yeah, it's the only way I can keep my life in balance.
Well, if you guys are going to talk about the Bible, I'm going back to the country club.
I always encouraged Bob use the Bible in his life more. But he just never took the time for it.
Good ole Bob. Where do you suppose he is now?
In a sand trap.
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it.
Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.